Yo, 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 hello, hello, hello. What's going on, people? Salute, salute. It's your boy Jay Jordan back again for another WNBA playoff watch along. Today we're doing the doubleheader again. Last night, we did a doubleheader with the Liberty Mercury game and the the Valkyries game. Tonight we have two game threes on our hand between the 6 seed Fever and the 3 seed Dream, and then later on tonight we'll have the 7 seed Storm and the 2 seed Vegas Aces. Salute to everybody for joining. Appreciate you guys tuning in for the watch along. Let's get this show on the road. All right, what's up, guys in the chat? What's going on? Salute, salute. Fever gonna win. That's a bold prediction. Let me put you on the big screen so in case you wrong or in case you right, either way we have it noted here. Salute to you. Thanks for joining. All right, the game is on ESPN2. I believe it is tonight. ESPN2, so I'm watching it on ESPN2 via YouTube TV. That's where you have to watch it in the US. If you're international, I think you'll be able to watch it elsewhere. All right. We got about 9 minutes until game time, so let's go over the starting lineups. Okay, starting lineups here on your screen. Let me just verify I have everything right, because they changing things last minute sometimes. We got Odyssey Sims, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, Natasha Howard, and Aliyah Boston. Off the bench, you got Bree Turner, Michaela Timpson, Demiris Dantas. I haven't seen anything about her being out. Ariel Power, Shea Petty, and Bree Hall. You already know the list of players they have injured. They got Caitlin out, Sophie out, Sydney Colson out. They got a ton of players out. For the Atlanta Dream, you have Jordan Canada, Allisha Gray, Rhyne Howard, Naz Hillman, and Bree Jones. Subs include Maya Caldwell, Tahina Pow Pow, Shatori Walker Kimbrough, Brittany Griner, Nia Coffey, Taylor Thierry, and Sika Kone. No one to report injured for the Atlanta Dream. Ron C, salute. What's going on, bro? Sloppy on the Twitch. Fever did their thing last game. Yeah, they definitely did. I didn't get to watch the game in full, but I definitely saw moments there. Dantas is still out. Let me verify, because I was trying to look and see, but I wasn't getting any definitive answers. Oh, yeah, they said she's ruled out Thursday, concussion protocol. So no Dantas. Dantas out with so that's another player to add to the Fever's injury report. Demiris Dantas out with concussion. Should be out there doing nothing sometimes anyway, so it shouldn't hurt them too much besides just having an extra body. Salute to that. Yep, no Demiris Dantas, just saw it here on Underdog WNBA account. She said concussion protocol. I haven't been watching those games. So I don't know if it happened in game or in practice, but hopefully she's all good. But she's out in concussion protocol. All right, this is a one winner takes all, a win or go home series. First round is the best of three. First round's best of three. So we'll see what happens. Sloppy Miyagi said, "Did I watch the Seattle game? Yeah, we were on stream on here for that game. Epic game, super epic game. That was fire." Did I hear about the Allisha Gray and Fever fan interaction? Yeah, I heard about it. When it comes to that type of stuff, I don't look too deep into it. I don't look too deep in that stuff. I'm here for the hoops. I'm not here for the off the court stuff, really. But I did I did see it cross my timeline a bit. So who knows what the real story is? But if that's the real story, that's just really unfortunate there. Empire, salute, salute. I know you're going for the Fever. Let's go. All right, let's take a look at the previous couple games for these two teams. Why is my I'm on the wrong, what you call it? That would help. That's why stuff's not working. There we go. Let's take a look at matchup between these two teams. As you can see, I forgot Chloe Bibby also out. Ari McDonald. See, they have so many people out hurt that I forgot. They got so many people injured on this Fever team. It's insane. Absolutely insane. So at least they got their leading scorer and Kelsey Mitchell still healthy. Allisha Gray leads the way for the Atlanta Dream. You got Caitlin Clark who's out. She's still their leading assist player. Canada's in for the Dream. Aliyah Boston gonna need a big night from her tonight. And Bree Jones leads the rebounds for the Dream. I'm looking at the past games here. The Fever lost game 1 to the Dream 80-68 in Atlanta, but they won game 2 77, to 60 in Indianapolis. So this game is back in Atlanta at the College Park Center Arena, whatever it's called, for a win or go home. Looking forward to this one. This is the first game of the series I'm doing here on the Watchalong. The other two just came at times I couldn't do it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how these teams look in person for the first time in the playoffs. So we'll see how that goes down. Oh, you're talking about the Valkyries sloppy Miyagi in that second game. It definitely wasn't that Phoenix game because they destroyed my Liberty. But yeah, they were up the whole game. The Valkyries, and then a team like Minnesota, best team in the league record-wise this season, just walked them down. Just walked them down. It's unfortunate, but you got to salute the Valkyries. Had a hell of a season. They broke a lot of records as an inaugural team, being the first team in their inaugural season to make the postseason. They had a Coach of the Year winner and the Most Improved Player winner. So they have a lot to be proud of. And they took the number 1 seed all the way down to the brink. So a lot to be proud of. And they were missing their two of their best players in Kayla Thornton, their all-star, and Tiffany Hayes. So they have nothing to really slouch at. They did as well as they could with the pieces that they had and the circumstances they were dealt. And it's only onward and upward. The other two teams coming next year, the Tempo and the Portland Fire, they have big aspirations. They have a big shoes to fill, I should say, if they want to match the production and the success of the Golden State Valkyries. Krebs, salute for the follow on the Twitch. Salute, salute. Salute, salute. Yeah. Golden State, they're a team full of, they like to shoot a lot of threes. A lot of their points come from three. So if that shot's not falling or if teams are taking that shot away, it's hard for them to generate points. Bruce, as I usually watch Fever streamers for the Fever game, but they forget about the game at times. However, I watch you on other games. Joy Show, appreciate it, Bruce. Salute to you. I try. The only team I get super emotional about is the Liberty. As if you were on the stream last night, you know, once they started losing, I lost my mind, and meaning like I just couldn't think anymore. Like, oh man. Anita on the Twitch, do I stream the game? No, it's copywritten material. I can't show the game on the screen. So it's basically a play-by-play with some stats and graphics for you to watch. But tonight will be much better, y'all. I have no rooting interest in any of these games, so I'll be on point for the whole game. Stewie, she has a sprained MCL. But she did try and give it a go last night, but you can tell she wasn't the same Stewie. They were attacking her on defense because she couldn't move side to side as quickly, and they just put her in a lot of screens, and she didn't do anything on offense. Nobody did anything on offense. Our highest scorer had 11 points, and it was Mieseman who came off the bench. So it was all bad. By the second quarter, that game was pretty much over. All right. They're talking about the brackets now. The broadcast has started. It's on ESPN2. ESPN2. Oh, I didn't change my light back to the neutral orange. There we go. Blue's only for the Liberty. All right, cool. So it's LaChina Robinson and Pam Ward on the call here on ESPN2. So let's see how this all shakes out tonight. Salute to everybody joining. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. We're on the road to 1,400 subs. We're at 1,374 right now, to be exact. So if you like this type of content, make sure you leave a like. It helps the channel out tremendously. Yeah, Sabrina, everybody, not even Sabrina did bad, but everybody did bad, pretty much. It was just a bad game. I'm so glad that I was so tired that I didn't even think about the game when I went to sleep. Usually when we lose and I'm when I'm sleeping, I'm thinking about how they lost the game last night. I had no worries. I was so tired I just went to sleep. Didn't even think about it. Do the Dream have arena changes coming? Yeah, this little 2,000 seater is, I can't even call it an arena. It's that joint is trash. But I haven't heard anything about the arena changes. Maybe they have something going on behind the scenes. I haven't been paying attention if they have any developments happening, but yeah, they got to do something about that. I mean, they haven't had a playoff game in Atlanta in a long time, so before this year, so they haven't been a high seed. They came to New York last year before. I don't even know if they made the playoffs, so they haven't had a playoff game, but yeah. We'll see what happens here though. The last playoff series win was 2016 for Atlanta. It was the East Finals for Indiana. As the ball gets tipped up and out of bounds to start the game. Ball to the Fever. Ball in play here. I'm streaming the game on YouTube TV via ESPN2 via YouTube TV. Ball in play with Kelsey Mitchell. Let me get to the play-by-play here. Finds Howard on the cut. Howard out to Aliyah Boston for 3 to start the game. I don't know about that one. She misses. And Allisha Gray with the ball and the push. Finds Jordan Canada. Drops it off to Bree Jones. She steps through, gets fouled, and won Bree Jones. I can't lie, it's loud in there. That little arena is loud. As Bree Jones gets fouled, hits the basket, and will go to the line for the 3-point play. I mean, it shouldn't take that much to get loud in there. It's like, it's mad small. Bree Jones at the line. Free throw is up. And she almost missed it. It was long, but it banks in. And the home team is up 3-0. Odyssey Sims over to Mitchell. Mitchell on the quick attack on Rhyne Howard. Gets it off to Howard. Howard drives into the paint. Spins in. Left hand layup. Too strong. Bree Jones with the rebound. Gets it over to Canada. Canada, middle of the floor. Quickly attacks. Get into the paint. Throws it out to Bree Jones. Left side to Rhyne Howard. Rhyne Howard drives on Kelsey Mitchell. Shrugs her off. Shoots the foul line. Jump shot and scores. Rhyne Howard knocks down the foul line. Jump shot. Gets the crowd pumped up. And it's 5-0 Atlanta. Odyssey Sims with the ball. Sims on the attack. Stops at the foul line. Out to Hull. Hull down to Howard. Howard handoff to Sims on the 3-point line. Sims gets into the middle of the floor. Out to Boston. Boston at the 3-point line again. Doesn't take it. Spins out to Odyssey Sims. Wide open for 3. And she gets the 3-pointer to go for the Indiana Fever. They're on the board. 5-3. Canada with the ball. Guarded by Lexi Hull. She dribbles right, tries to find Howard on the back cut. She travels, and that's the first turnover of the game. Rhyne Howard caught the ball under the basket, jumped up, nowhere to go, and tried to dribble again. That is a travel. Bruce says, I don't think Atlanta could be as bad as last game. Yeah, they were struggling last game. I saw the percentages. It was pretty bad. Odyssey Sims with the ball at the foul line. Out to Hull. Hull, no hesitation for 3. Misses. Howard with the rebound. Rhyne Howard, that is. I got to remember there's 2 Howards on the court for opposite teams. Bree Jones with the ball at the 3-point line. Gets it over to Allisha Gray. Going to her left. Allisha Gray gets downhill. Shoots over Boston. Fall away from the baseline is good. Allisha Gray gets her first point of the game. It's 7-3 Dream. Hull finds Howard on the Boston, on the roll, and Aliyah Boston gets her first basket. Assist to Lexi Hull. 7-5. Naz Hillman with the ball. Right side to Canada down to Bree Jones, faces up on Howard, drives baseline, under the basket, waits, pauses, left hand layup is good. 9-5 Atlanta. Odyssey Sims finds Natasha Howard. She catches the pass and sneaks in the layup. Man, this is a fast-paced game here. They're going up and Allisha Gray with the left to right crossover, and it goes out of bounds. That would have been a crazy cross if she would have kept the handles. Ball back to the Fever. 9-7 Atlanta on top. Let me get these stats up for y'all. Ball in play here with the Fever. Odyssey Sims with the rock. Drives left, stops at the left elbow, dribbles back out to 3. Bree Jones on her, over the Hull, right side of the 3-point line. She drives on Gray, shoots over Gray and draws the foul on Allisha Gray. Lexi Hull will go to the line for free throws. They're saying Atlanta's been dealing with a lot of foul trouble in these past 2 games. They weren't really a foul-heavy team. Carl Smesko, first-year head coach of the Dream. Most wins by a first-year head coach. In the W, we had a very successful season as Hull hits the first free throw. Unfortunately, Natalie Nakase, with all she did with the Valkyries, won Coach of the Year. Smesko came in second. AR, what up? Do I think Atlanta wins tonight? Yeah, I'm leaning Atlanta. I didn't give my prediction, but I'm leaning Atlanta as Hull hits both games tied at 9. Hey, Liz, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Canada with the ball. Canada drives by Hull, gets up, layup is up and good. Jordan Canada. I think Canada's a 2-time champ with the Seattle Storm. She gets on the board here. As Odyssey Sims on the attack and Naz Hillman with the block, but she fouls Odyssey Sims. And now Odyssey Sims will go to the line for 2 free throws. Yeah, AR, I expect this has been a good game so far. It's 11-9. Atlanta on top with Sims at the line for 2 free throws. Odyssey Sims' first free throw is up and good. Odyssey Sims' second free throw knocks it down. Tie game at 11 again. Oh, also, salute to all y'all who be giving super chats to the pizza fund. I bought me a pizza today, courtesy of y'all. Thank you. I ate it right before the stream. Ball and play here with Canada. Right side to Allisha Gray. Allisha Gray on the attack right. Odyssey Sim pokes it away, goes out of bounds. Oh, they showing the Phoenix stuff from yesterday. Take this off the screen. Get me tight. I'm gonna just look away until they take this off the screen. Thank you. Ball back in play here with the Dream. Over to Rhyne Howard. Steps back. Right wing 3 that looked off. It is off. Natasha Howard with the rebound. Odyssey Sims. Left to right crossover. Gets into the paint. Goes up. Left hand layup is good. Oh. Odyssey Sims. Right, left, right, left. Gets to her left and finishes at the basket. Odyssey up to 7 points already. Rhyne Howard tries to return the favor. Fall away jump shot. Can't get it. Natasha Howard with the rebound. Gets it over to Boston. Boston running the floor. Boston attacks. Tries to go through. Throws it up. No foul. Rebound. Naz Hillman. Gets it over to Rhyne Howard. Allisha Gray with the ball. And Aliyah Boston fouls Bree Jones down low. So Bree Jones goes to the bench. Excuse me. It's crazy. They could bring Bree Jones off and bring Brittany Griner on. Insane. Tahina Pow, the rookie, checks in as well. They get it to Pow. Pow right to the basket. Her first touch is a right-hand layup on the reverse. 13-13. Kelsey Mitchell quickly attacks, shoots over BG, misses. Allisha Gray with the rebound. Allisha pushing it quickly up the court. Middle of the floor. Got to Naz. Naz over to Griner. Griner throws it out to Howard. Pump fakes for 3. Gets down the middle of the floor. Goes up. Layup is good. and the Dream retake the lead, 15-13. Odyssey Sims with the ball. Gets it over up top to Boston. Boston with the ball goes in, finds, Kelsey Mitchell with a nice central cut, cuts right down the middle of the paint. Boston finds her and she draws the foul. So Kelsey Mitchell will go to the line for her first points of the game. That's a foul on Hillman. That's her second. They probably bring Nia Coffey in to get her. 2 fouls in the first 5 minutes of the game is not. It's not a good omen for Naz Hillman, as Kelsey Mitchell with the high arcing free throw knocks it down. Oh, he's going to leave Naz Hillman in. Okay, so no sub. Carl Smesko risking it here, but we'll see what happens. Kelsey Mitchell at the line for the second. Free throw is up, and she knocks it down. Game tied at 15 apiece. Ball in play here with Pow Pow and the Dream. Pow Pow comes off the screen from BG. She steps back for a three. Off. BG taps the rebound, but right to Odyssey Sims. Fever on the run here. Right side of the floor. Sims gets down. Hill gets around Rhyne Howard. Finds Howard. Oh, I got it. Odyssey Sims finds Natasha Howard for the right-hand layup as Sims blew by Rhyne Howard. That's insane. I got to keep track of all these Howards. As BG goes to the right-hand hook off the baseline and misses. Natasha with the rebound. Dribbles up the court. Nowhere to go with it. Gets it over to Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell with the ball. Comes off the screen going to her left. Into the paint. Left hand quick. Scoop is up and good for Kelsey Mitchell. 19-15. You played Fever over 20 and a half. You about to cash this out, AR. As Pow Pow gets downhill to the left and Pow Pow with the left hand finish. 19-17. Fever quickly back up the court. Hull with it. Hull loses the ball and it goes out of bounds off of Hull. Pow Pow forces the turnover. It's Dream ball as we have our first timeout of the game. High intensity, fast paced, going back and forth, back and forth. Dream down 2 to the Fever at home. Listen, I'm over here getting tongue twisted myself, Sierra. That's crazy. They just going up and down, up and down. Can barely keep up here, but we have a break now. Let me get drink some drink. Quench my thirst. Whew. Needed that. All right, y'all, let's take a look at this right quick while we have some time. 19-17 is the score, 19-17, with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. For those of y'all into the betting, pregame odds, Atlanta were 8.5-point favorites. The over/under was 153.5. Now it's now at 7.5 in favor of the Dream still. For Indiana, Natasha Howard with 4 points, 2 for Hull, Boston. You got Mitchell with 4, Sims with 7, and Bree Turner, I guess, just checked in. I didn't even recognize she was on the court. They're shooting 54% from the field, 33% from 3 on 3 attempts, and they made all 6 of their free throws. Just had their first turnover of the game. For the Atlanta Dream, Naz Hillman already with 2 fouls, no points. Rhyne Howard with 4. 5 for Bree Jones, 2 for Gray and Canada, 4 for Tahina Pow Pow off the bench. They're shooting 66% from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. They've made their only free throw, and they have 2 turnovers. All right, so we have a break from the fast-paced action so far. I'm going to share this stream on X so people can come join the stream. Post that up. All right, cool. Got that post off. Salute to everybody here in the chat. Appreciate you guys tuning in for a game 3, a double header of game 3s tonight. Both of the winners will face each other in the next round. So this is what makes it interesting. They're talking about all the players that were added in season for the Indiana Fever. Sims, Petty, Powers, and Bree Hall, she was drafted by the Fever, released and added back. And then of course Chloe Bibby, Ari McDonald are both hurt. Empire said, I don't know why I listened to that now to say pow pow makes me laugh. All right, so ball is about to come back in play here for the Atlanta Dream. Fever on top, 1917. They get into Pow Pow. Pow Pow gets downhill, stops, throws up the floater, and scores. So Tahina Pow Pow has been a spark off the bench. She's been cooking already. She's up to 6 points. Tie game at 19. Over to Odyssey Sims. Gets it cross court to Hull. Hull wide open for three, and it's off. Rebound to Pow Pow. Pow Pow with the ball. Pow Pow over to Hillman. Hillman trying to get it to Griner, but sealed off by Bree Turner, her former Phoenix teammate. Over to Hillman. Hillman corner three off the rim. Allisha Gray offensive rebound, and putback is good. Dream with the lead, but they get the ball quickly up to Mitchell. She goes quickly up the court, finishes with the left-hand scoop on the right-hand side. Jeez, the ball just came out the basket. Seconds later, Mitchell is scoring on the other end. As Odyssey Sims gets the poke away on Rhyne Howard. Odyssey Sims down the lane, goes up, and gets blocked from behind by Rhyne Howard. Chase down block, and she has something to say to her while she's on the floor. Allisha Gray quickly up the other side. Left-hand floater is good. No, they hooping out there, y'all. They hooping. They hooping. Allisha Gray up to 6 points. Mitchell over to Howard. Howard over to Hull. Hull on the floor. Dribbles off the floor. Gets it back up top to Howard. Natasha on handoff to Mitchell. Mitchell gets to the foul line, and they call a moving screen. They're showing the replay of that chase down block by Rhyne Howard, and Allisha Gray comes the other way and throws up the left hand floater. Listen, we can't say it yet, AR. This series is still going on. Fever could do something crazy here. Ball over to Mitchell. Mitchell for three. And good. Kelsey Mitchell cashes out from the right wing. Knocks down the three. Gives them the lead back. 24-23. Pow Pow into the paint. Spins. Throws up the hook over Timpson. And Michaela Timpson, the rookie, gets the rebound. Over to Mitchell. Mitchell, head of steam. Left to right crossover. Blows right by Rhyne Howard and draws the foul on Bree Jones. Kelsey Mitchell is like a blur when she gets the ball. It's crazy. You can't overplay her, and you can't underplay her because she can shoot the three and she can get downhill. It's scary, bro, when she's coming at you with a full head of steam. 24-23. Think she's top 5 in the NCAA in scoring all time at Ohio State as she hits the first free throw. Canada checks back in. Shea Petty for the Fever checks in as well. Aerial Powers checks in for the Fever. Odyssey Sims gets a breather here. No, I got you, AR. Fever, second one is up and good for Kelsey Mitchell. 3-point game here. 26-23. 2:03 to go in this one. Mitchell already into double figures with 11. Rhyne Howard comes off the screen, finds Naz Hillman on the cut, and outduels the rookie there. Gets a layup at the basket. 26-25. Yeah, Ron. See, they're really outperforming all expectations I had of them once everybody got hurt. Mitchell, right to left crossover, shoots the high jump shot, but Timpson gets the offensive rebound, goes up, gets blocked by Howard, gets the rebound again, and she goes up, throws up a wild hook, fight for the rebound. Rhyne Howard saves it to Bree Jones. Rhyne Howard with the ball. Walks into a three, and it's off. Rebound to Boston. Boston gets it over to Petty. Almost as a turnover. Petty saves it. Over to Powers. Top of the key here. Powers, left-hand drive. Probing, steps back for a long two, and Ariel Powers, her first shot is good. Another person who was signed in season, and it's 28-25 Indiana. Ball down to Bree Jones against Boston. She tries to go up, under, throws up the layup, misses. Boston gets the rebound, saves it to Petty. 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Fever up 3 on the road. Petty with the ball. Petty gets it down to Boston and gets fouled from behind. That's automatic free throw since they're in the bonus. That's 2 on Bree Jones, I believe. That's 2 fouls on Bree Jones. So you have 2 on Jones and you have 2 on Hillman. And somebody else has 2 as well. I think Allisha Gray has 2 as well. So, but Boston is at the line for free throws here. Atlanta getting into a lot of foul trouble, as she's short on the free throw. AR says, I think ATL matches up better with Asia and the Aces more so than AB and the Fever. Yeah, you might be right. But listen, the Aces swept the Dream in the season series. So I don't know if that's a good matchup really either. Bree Turner checks in for the rookie Michaela Timpson. Aliyah Boston at the line for the second free throw, and she knocks it down. 4-point game here, 29-25, 34 seconds to go. Fever have already shot 10 free throws in this first quarter. Canada with the ball. Canada gets into the paint on it. Powers throws up the wild scoop shot by Powers and scores. And I think something happened to the clock. So they're gonna get that situated. All right, so Fever get the ball in to Shea Petty. With 20 seconds left, shot clock has been turned off. Fever will play for 1 shot here. Kelsey Mitchell at the controls at half court, guarded by Maya Caldwell. Kelsey Mitchell with 10 on the shot clock. On the game clock, excuse me. Kelsey Mitchell into the paint. Over to Powers. Powers, left wing 3. Halfway down and out. Boston offensive rebound. She smokes the layup. Rebound to Canada. 1 second left. Throws it up from 3/4 court. Hits off the backboard. And that's how the quarter ends. Woo, take a breath, y'all. First quarter is over. Fever up 29-27 in the quarter. They shot 7 for 14 from 2, 2 for 7 from 3. The Dream were 13 for 17 from 2, 0 for 4 from 3. Wow. What a fast-paced first quarter. My goodness. Appreciate that, Ron. They're interviewing Kelsey Mitchell right now. In the meantime, we'll take a look at the box score. 29-27 is the score. Quarter flew by. Game started around 7:35. It took 20 minutes of real time. That's pretty quick. It wasn't any challenges. It just had that one timeout. Nope. That's it. Wow. 29-27. Quick quarter. Umpire, I wouldn't put it past the team settle down in that second quarter. But the way the Fever are playing, she's just fast paced. Even off makes, off misses, they're running. It doesn't matter. But Kelsey Mitchell will probably get a rest now. But let's take a look at the stats. For the Fever, Howard played 7.5 minutes in that first. 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 for Lexi Hull, 3 for Aliyah Boston. See, Kelsey Mitchell played all 10 minutes in that first quarter. 11 points on 3 of 5 shooting, 4 for 4 from the line. Odyssey Sims with 7. Bree Turner has none. 2 for Powers off the bench, and that's the only bench scoring. They're shooting 42%, basically 43% from 2, 33% from 3, 90% from the line. For Atlanta, you have Nas with 2, but she does have 2 fouls. 4 for Rhyne Howard, 5 for Bree Jones, but she has 2 fouls as well. Allisha Gray with 6 points, but has 2 fouls as well. And 4 for Jordan Canada. Off the bench, you have 6 for the rookie, Tahina Pau Pau. They're shooting 59% from the field, 0 for 5 from 3, and they've made their 1 free throw. They have 3 turnovers as a team. All right, first quarter break. 29-27 here. 29-27. Salute to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys tuning in for do or die game 3 here. The shorthanded but tough Fever team have forced the game 3 and looking to upset the Dream here. The Dream looking to move on to the semis for the first time in a long time. We will be back later on. Right after this game, we'll transition right into the other game 3 between the Aces and the Storm. It'll be on a separate stream, but I have this stream redirecting everybody to that one. I just have to end this one and then restart that one, so should be good to go. Hopefully this game doesn't go long. The game's supposed to start at 9:30 Eastern, which is about an hour and a half from now. So hopefully they don't have to start the other game while this one is still going on like they did the other day. At halftime, as always, we'll go over the box score, the team stats. We'll take a look at an award, one of the awards that was released today, and I'll hear y'all opinion on it. And then we'll look at the upcoming schedule as well for the rest of the first round of the playoffs. We will know, I think they may release the time on Sunday for the first game, depending on who the teams that win tonight. If 2 West Coast teams win tonight, they'll probably, I don't know, they probably won't, because might be 4 West Coast teams. Oh no, these are 2 East, so it might be 2 West Coast teams in the other series, and 1 East and 1 West in this one. All right, broadcast coming back here, y'all, to start the second quarter. Enough of me rambling. And second quarter has started. 29-27, Fever on top. Jordan Canada gets downhill, double clutches, throws up the layup, and draws the foul. So Jordan Canada will go to the line for free throws. Some of us in the Discord earlier were discussing some of the award that got released today. So I want to hear y'all opinions. Also join the Discord. Link is in the description, in the channel description, and in the stream description below. Tomorrow I won't be streaming that game 3 between the Phoenix Mercury and the New York Liberty. It will be in the Discord. No cost, so we can join there and watch and talk about it in there. As Canada misses the free throw, but Bree Jones gets the rebound. Out to Allisha Gray. She misses the 3. No, that should be out of bounds on Hillman. She didn't establish position back in bounds. So that is a turnover by the Dream. 29-28 is the score. Ball in play. Lineup on the floor is Petty, Boston, Timpson, Sims, and Powers. Boston loses the ball. It gets hit out by Bree Jones. Stays with the Fever. Nah, Ron, I can't watch that game 3 on stream. That game is a game I'll just have to watch solo or without the camera on. Ball. Shea Petty gets the ball on the inbound, falls down, but gets it to a cutting Timpson, and Timpson lays it in for 2. 31-28. Jordan Canada with the ball. Canada, right side of the floor, gets the screen from Bree Jones. Canada finds a cutting Hillman. Hillman gets blocked by Aerial Powers. I heard that through the microphone. It was so loud. Boston with the ball over to Petty, excuse me. Petty, top of the key. Petty, left side to Powers. Powers used to play with the Dream as well. Powers probes inside, picks up her dribble, finds Petty. Petty, left wing 3, way off. Rebound to Gray. Gray, left side of the floor. Left to right crossover, gets to her right hand, gets into the paint. Nowhere to go. Finds Canada, down to Jones. Jones spins off Powers, smokes the layup, tipped out to Sims. Sims attacks Howard, gets downhill, goes to the left side of the court, misses. Rebound, Timpson. Over to Petty. Petty pump fakes for 3. Petty gets downhill, throws up the right hand scoop, she misses. Hillman with the rebound. Gets it out to Gray. Gray gets it to Jones. Jones goes up, right hand layup is up and one. Bree Jones. And Bree Jones will go to the line for the three-point play. Bree Jones running the floor. Allisha Gray attracts two, finds her, goes up. I don't know if that is that a foul? I don't know about that one, but they're not gonna review it. Bree Jones at the line for the three-point play. That's 2 on Boston. Bree Jones smokes the free throw, and Boston gets the rebound, gets it over to Petty. Petty with the ball, right side of the floor, up top to Powers. 31-30 here. Powers up top to Howard now. Howard, top of the key. Howard gets to the foul line, shoots the floater, and scores. Tosh Howard with the floater. And Rhyne Howard does a cartwheel on the floor. I don't know, she just tripped and fell or something. Naz Hillman tries to answer with a three, and Naz Hillman cashes out from three. Ties the game at 33. Make a wish. 3 for 33. Sims gets downhill, probing under the basket, guarded by Hillman. Gets it out to Howard. Howard pump fakes in the left corner from three. Almost loses it. Hand off to Powers. Powers downhill. Gets stripped from behind by Canada. Canada throws an outlet pass to Rhyne Howard. Goes up for the layup. Oh, she smokes the layup. But Allisha Gray is there for the rebound and put back. And a timeout called by Indiana there. Nobody came back to help Shea Petty with that 2-on-1, because they would have, if they would have came back and helped, they would have at least stopped Allisha Gray from getting a wide open layup on the putback. We have a timeout. It's 35-33. Tudo, what up? Tudo, what up? Yeah, Kimo, we're gonna talk about that. I know a lot of people had some discourse about that decision there. Let's take a look at some things. 35-33, Dream have retaken the lead. 8-4 in the second quarter. They're outscoring the Fever. Indiana got Tosh Howard with 6. Kelsey Mitchell leading the way with 11. She hasn't played in this second quarter yet after playing the whole first. They may need to get her back in. This might be a game she has to play 35 plus minutes. 7 for Odyssey Sims, 3 for Aliyah Boston, 2 for Hull. Boston the only one in somewhat foul trouble. 2 fouls in the second 2 fouls in 2 quarters so far. For Atlanta, you got Naz Hillman with 5, 4 for Rhyne Howard, 7 for Bree Jones, 8 for Allisha Gray, and 5 for Jordan Canada. 6 for Pow Pow off the bench. They're only shooting 1 for 7 from 3, but they do have the lead because they're abusing the points in the paint right now. I think it's 24-14 in the paint. Last time I checked, I'm gonna verify right now. Points in the paint in favor of the Atlanta Dream, 26-16. So they're winning that by 10. Suda said, I hope in New York don't choke game 3. I said, man, I've given up. I shouldn't say I've given up hope, but I'm numb to it now. Whatever happens, I'm okay with it. Sometimes you gotta destroy before you rebuild. This season has just been rough. It's funny because when you're the underdog team, like in 2021, 2022, when we were the underdogs, it was so like I didn't really care if we lost or not. When we made the playoffs, it was like we have a chance to do something, be the underdog and do something special. But now that we're the top dog, or we're the super team or whatever, it's just heartless when it's just pain when we lose. Just pain. All right. Ball broadcast is back on. I should say Ball about to get back in play shortly. Game 2, Allisha and Rhyne had 19 points the whole game. Tonight they have 12 already. Right, Liz. That's what I think. That's what I'm trying to say. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't have any confidence in the team because they haven't shown this season. Oh, that looked like a foul, a travel on Boston to get that screen, but it leaves Odyssey Sims wide open for a left wing 2, and she ties the game up at 35. Canada with the ball, top of the key here, guarded by Lexi Hull. Canada drives by Hull, gets to the left-hand layup, and scores easily. 37-35. Ball over to Kelsey Mitchell. I did say she's going to have to play a lot if they want to win this game. Kelsey Mitchell over to Sims in the corner. Over to Howard. Back to Sims. Sims drives right. Stops. Finds Howard in the paint against Hillman. Spins right into Gray. Gets it up top to Hull. Hull pump fakes for 3. Steps in for a long 2. And Lexi Hull cashes out for the top of the key 2. Ties the game back at 37. Canada spin move, shoots over Hull, and scores. So that's 2 possessions she's gone at Hull, and it's resulted in 2 baskets here. Oh, I added it to the wrong team. It's the home team. Dream up by 2. 39-37. Canada up to 9 points here. Sims comes off the screen, gets downhill, goes up with the left-hand layup. It rolls off. Hillman with the rebound. Over to Canada. Canada, not guarded by Natasha Howard. Howard picks up her Canada picks up her dribble. She gets it down to Bree Jones in the post against Boston. Throws it out to Canada. Canada in the corner. Crossover, goes baseline, reverse layup is off. Boston with the rebound. Sims with the ball. Top of the key. They leave Sims open. She goes down the lane, smokes the layup, and Allisha Gray with the rebound. Gray pushing it. Hull in front of her. Allisha Gray into the paint, goes up, floater is off, gets her own rebound, putback is good. Allisha Gray just racking up the offensive boards here. And putbacks. 41-37. Boston with the ball. Gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell in the right corner. Comes out. Steps back. There, she's wide open for a 3. Oh, nothing but net. Doesn't even touch the rim. Kelsey Mitchell knocks down the 3. It's a 1-point game. 41-40. 41-40. Left side to Rhyne Howard. Rhyne Howard gets into the middle of the point. Goes up for the layup and scores. 43-40. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Kelsey Mitchell right to left crossover. Mitchell into the paint. Out to Howard. Howard top of the key 3. And she misses. Long rebound out to Boston, who saves it back into Howard. Over to Mitchell. Corner to Sims. Sims loads up a 3. Short. Tip rebound. Lexi Hull and Rhyne Howard collide, but Howard gets it. Over to Canada. Canada handoff to Hillman. Hillman nowhere to go. Throws it back up top to Allisha Gray. Guarded by Sims. Sims gets the poke away, and they call a foul on Sims. I thought she had the poke away, but they called a foul anyway. Ron, you like that double black eye look? I don't know, man. That look was a little concerning. Ball in play here with the Dream. Hillman over up top to Pow Pow. She had a great first quarter off the bench. Pow Pow down to Griner. Griner in the post against Bree Turner. Shoots over her, rolls off. Howard with the rebound. That's what Bree Turner's in the game to do. Play defense, grab rebound, set screens. Kelsey Mitchell, high arcing 3 off the back rim, fight for the rebound. Bree Turner gets it. I just said that. Now Mitchell steps back for a long 2 this time, misses that one. Pow Pow with the rebound. I haven't seen Cam Brink since her nose got broke or whatever happened there. Pow Pow down to Griner against Howard. Spins, goes up, gets fouled, and won. Brittany Griner on the smaller Natasha Howard. I think she got caught with an elbow on the bridge of the nose. And she'll go to the line for the 3-point play. (45-40), 3:47 to go here in the second quarter. Griner at the line for the 3-point play. And knocks it down. 6-point game for the Dream. 3:47 to go in the first half. Mitchell gets it over to Turner. Turner hands off to Mitchell. Mitchell shoots another three. She knocks this one down. She missed the last two. But Kelsey Mitchell is such a high arcing, high jumping. She jumps so high on the shot, shoots it so high. It's hard to guard. 17 here in the first half. Hillman with the ball. Hillman with the crossover, trying to get it down to Griner. Gets it up top to Gray. Gray on the attack. Gray gets downhill. Fall away jump shot blocked by Bree Turner. And it goes off Griner and out of bounds. Oh, or is he gonna review it? He's saying it's my fault. It's Atlanta ball. Kelsey Mitchell, they're showing the replay of that last three. KM just going insane. Rhyne Howard to inbound, gets it into Canada, has to get it up as the shot clock was expiring. Fight for the rebound, bounces around a couple, and it gets to Kelsey Mitchell. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. 3-point deficit for the Fever. Mitchell on the attack, drops it off, he makes its way to Petty. Petty gets downhill, stops, throws it out to Hall. Hall gets a foul on the reach in by Canada. That's 3 on Canada, if that's right. Oh no, that's her first. It's Gray with the 2 fouls. I forgot it was Gray. So Canada, that should be her first foul. So she's good. See, that's the type of player you need on your team. Every team needs that player that's like, yo, go get me a bucket. That can all 3 level score, just hard to guard. And the Fever, they have that in Kelsey Mitchell. She's short, but she jumps so high, and the arc is so high, man. It's hard to block if you're not there early. 46-43 to score. Let's take a look at the box score in the meantime while we have some time here. Dream outscoring the Fever 19-14 in the second quarter. 19-14. Indiana, you got Howard with 6. 4 for Lexi Hall. 3 for Aliyah Boston. 17 for Kelsey Mitchell. 17 on 5 of 9 shooting. 9 for Odyssey Sims. Yeah, this is a really good matchup. You're right, Sierra. This is a really good matchup. It'll be interesting to see how, if Caitlin and their whole squad was here, how it would have looked. But we can't play in what ifs right now. We just got to live in the present. Atlanta Dream, Naz Hillman with 5. Got 10 for Allisha Gray, 6 for Howard, 7 for Jones, 9 for Canada. Off the bench, 6 for Pow Pow, and 3 for Griner. The threes have not been falling for the Dream. 1 for 7 for 14%. But they are dominating in the paint. Points in the paint, 36-16 points in the paint for the Atlanta Dream. It's like, in a weird comparison, it's like in terms of being unguardable shot, it's like Dirk when in the NBA, Dirk Nowitzki, when he's already damn near 7 foot, when he puts that one leg fall away and that ball is so high in the sky, it's cash. Another person now that I remember, Derek Fisher, he was a lefty as well who had a high arcing shot. For those who are familiar with Derek Fisher, I know we have a older crowd in here, so I hope you guys are. Derek Fisher had that high arcing lefty shot. That's what it reminds me of when he was on the Lakers. I mean, his whole career, but primarily when he was on the Lakers. I mean, I'm just saying people who actually saw it live and not, some people, you say Derek Fisher, they just remember him from the whole Matt Barnes situation when he stole Matt Barnes' baby wife or baby moms or whatever she is, whatever she was. All right. Anyways, ball. Let's get back to the hoops. Ball back in play here with the Fever. You got I almost said you got Sierra with the ball. Shea Petty with the ball over to Lexi Hull. Hull over to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell finds Howard on the cut, throws up the floater, misses. Rebound to Hillman. Canada with the ball quickly in transition. Right, gets downhill, gets the ball poked away and stolen. Mitchell, then Mitchell passes it and gets it stolen right back. Canada with it. Corner to Pow Pow. Pow Pow, right corner three is off. Fight for the rebound, and that's an over the back foul on Rhyne Howard. Listen, Liz, that's the way to be. That's the way to be. 2:15 to go here in the first half. It's a 3-point game. 3-point game. Bree Turner gets it into Petty, who calls out the play. Shea Petty doing this with her arm, whatever that play means. I guess that means set a cross screen. But people look confused. Kelsey Mitchell comes off those screens, sets the screen on Pow Pow for Petty. Petty steps back for a three, misses, fight for the rebound. Bree Turner gets the rebound. Bree Turner over to Mitchell. Mitchell, middle of the floor. Hezzy move, gets to the basket, draws the foul. And Kelsey Mitchell will go back to the free throw line. She's so shifty, too. Just catching with head fakes and quick crossovers. Kelsey Mitchell. Did Kelsey Mitchell best her game record? Now I can't remember. Maybe. I think she can this game, possibly. Mitchell hits the first free throw. AR said I was very young, but I remember D-Fish and Lamar Odom. Yeah. Yep. Lamar from New York. You know, Lamar went through all he went through with the whole Khloe Kardashian. This man was in those type of man was in some wild places where they found this man was when he almost died or whatever the case may be. Man was passed out. But hopefully he's doing well now. 45-46, Fever down by 1. Canada with the ball. Gets down the lane, goes for the right-hand scoop, and scores. She is relentless, man. She is relentless. Kelsey Mitchell quickly back the other way. Crosses over on Hillman. Steps back for a long two. Off the back rim, and wrong rebound to Canada. They call a foul on the floor on Rhyne Howard. On Lexi Hall. That's 2 fouls on Rhyne Howard now. It stops a fast break opportunity for the Atlanta Dream. Both teams in the bonus, so Lexi Hull will now shoot free throws. This man Odom was in them dark ranches doing hard drugs. Man was wilding. As Hull misses the first free throw. Ron says she gets so low on those free throws. Yeah. Nneka Ogwumike need a new stylist, man. Her fits be looking crazy. Respectfully. As Hull shoots the second free throw and knocks it down. 48-46. And they couldn't get the ball in bounds, and Bree Turner, with some good defense, throws the forces the turnover there. Rob said you play with a bushel basket from hoops. Where you from, Rob? I know about the crate nailed to the lamppost hoops, but a bushel, that sounds like the guy who made the NBA. I don't know what they're reviewing here. Oh, it's Indiana is challenging the out of bounds play right here. Indiana is challenging as we go to a commercial. Third, 48-46, 1:30 to go in the first half. Damn. Empire said AB playing Matador defense. I mean, Canada's quick. She don't got the foot speed to keep up with her. Once Canada gets ahead of steam and she's already dribbling so low to the ground, it's hard for AB to even keep up. Got to do your work early on that. Yeah. I had the crate on the lamppost. I know that hoops, but I guess you gotta. My crate is y'all bushel basket. So Remember the crate challenge? I just randomly remembered as I said crate. People were doing some stupid stuff during COVID. Dudes were stacking crates. Yeah, James Naismith. I don't know if it touched Canada there. You can't really tell. You can't really tell what the if the ball, because the ball grazed off Bree Turner's finger, and Jordan Canada has her hands like this. It looks like the ball goes through it, but you can't tell if it deflects off or anything. No, James Naismith, he's the founder of basketball. He's the creator of Basketball Sierra. Dr. James Naismith. He was a Canadian. Yeah, I can't tell. They're showing a bunch of replays of this play. Can't tell if it goes off Canada. So they're really looking at him. Oh, I got you. I thought you were talking about. I thought you saw Naismith and thought we were talking about like a band or something. See, this is what I mean. Now they're having this long replay. It's gonna push the game longer, and then it's gonna roll into the other game. They've shown this replay like 50 times. That you can't tell from that angle if it hits Canada. They're still trying to debate this. Oh, an unsuccessful challenge by Steph White. It was inconclusive. So they have no challenge the rest of the game. I think Steph White is saying I we have better angles than you. So I'm guessing on behind the bench when the referees are, I mean not the referees, the assistant coaches are looking at the angles. They have different angles than what the referees are looking at the table. So that's what they base the challenge off of, which is, if that's true, that's pretty dumb to me. Canada over to Howard. Howard on the drive, drives right, shoots right baseline, jump shot is off. Fight for the rebound. Allisha Gray gets up and pokes the rebound away. Bree Jones didn't think it was going in. Shoots a long, it's a three that looked like a two, but they called it a three for now. 51-46. Boston with the ball. Hand off to Sims. Sims playing behind the screen, and they call a foul on the floor here. Allisha Gray with her third foul. Oh no, that's a three. That's a three. They just showed the replay. Her feet were behind the line. So with both teams being in the bonus, that's automatic free throws for the Indiana Fever on that foul. So Allisha Gray will go to the bench. She has 3 fouls. She's going to the bench for the rest of this quarter. As Aliyah Boston at the line, first free throw is up and misses. She's been missing free throws. Got to make free throws in a game like this. Allisha Gray with 10 points and 3 fouls. Aliyah Boston at the line for the second. And she's short on the second. Naz Hillman with the rebound. Gets it over to Canada. Canada over to Rhyne Howard. Transition 3. Cash. Rhyne Howard for 3. And the Dreamer closing out this quarter on a run here. They're 3 for 4 since starting off 0 for 6 from 3. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. 54-46. Kelsey Mitchell gets the screen from Boston, gets it over to Hull. Hull for 3. They need it, and Hull delivers. Left wing 3 for Lexi Hull. They needed that one badly. About a 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here. Canada at half court, guarded by Bree Turner. There'll be about 2 seconds left if Canada shoots at the end. Canada goes to the basket, lays it in over Bree Turner. Gets it into Sims with 5 seconds. 4, 3, Sims goes under the basket. Oh, she had Hull in the corner, didn't see her, and that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of the first half, Indiana 49, the Dream 56. Wow. Dream end that quarter on a nice run there to extend the lead. 56-49 at the end of the second. Let's get ready for the third, and then we'll get ready for the halftime report. We got 15 minutes for halftime. 15 minutes for halftime starting now. Let's get it. 56-49 at the half. Dream outscored the Fever 29-20. So it wasn't the 13-11 that we said it probably would be at after the high scoring first. Dream scored more than they scored in the first. The Fever scored less. All right. For Indiana, you have Lexi Hull with 8 points, 6 for Natasha Howard, 3 for Aliyah Boston with 7 rebounds and 4 assists. You got 19 for Kelsey Mitchell and 9 for Odyssey Sims. Bree Turner and Petty with none. You have 2 for Powers and Timpson. Fever shooting 38% from the field, 35% from 3, and they're 12 for 16 from the line for 75%. They only have 2 turnovers, which is a good sign, but the only thing is they're getting used and abused in the paint. Atlanta, Naz Hillman with 5 points and 5 boards, 9 for Rhyne Howard, 10 for Bree Jones, 10 for Allisha Gray, and 13 for Canada. You got 6 for Pow Pow, 3 for Griner, and none for Maya Caldwell. They're shooting 55% from the field, 30% from 3 on 10 attempts, 3 for 5 from the line, and they only have 4 turnovers as a team. Looking at the team stats here, according to ESPN, they're wow, this is crazy. 40-16 points in the paint. The Dream have 40 points in the paint. The Fever have 16. That's crazy. Crazy. Looking at the rebounding battle, the Dream are only winning that by 4, 24-20. But that's the big discrepancy here. Points in the paint, 40-16 is outrageous. Yeah, Bruce, good game, man. It is a good game. All right, let's take a look at the upcoming game that's coming up next. We will be on stream for it, between the Seattle Storm and the Las Vegas Aces. Another game 3. Robbie, oh, you from New Jersey? You from South Jersey or Central Jersey or Northern Jersey? Seattle and Vegas. That game is at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So from right now, it's an hour from now. So that first half took an hour, from 7:30 to 8:30, and now we have the second half. They're hoping it takes an hour. Hopefully, there's no other long reviews. Okay, let's look at tomorrow's game. There's only one game tomorrow, people, since the Minnesota Lynx beat the Valkyries. That series has ended. New York, with that ugly game yesterday, unfortunately have to play a game 3 back in Phoenix at 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. As I mentioned, I won't be on stream for that game. I will be in the Discord. I'll play it in the Discord for those who want to watch. I'll be in and out of there. I'll probably comment here and there, but usually when it comes to important games, I'm super focused and I don't want no distractions. But we'll see. That game is tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, just to remind you guys, score is 56-49. We're at halftime. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Appreciate you guys here. Make sure you leave a like on the stream. Subscribe if you're new here. Also, vote in the poll if you haven't already. Looking at the poll, we have 62% saying the Fever are going to win this game still. We'll see if that rings true in the next 20 basketball minutes. All right. So the thing I did want to talk about is this. Right? This was released today. All the awards are being released day by day right now. So for the first time in WNBA history, 2 players have won the Defensive Player of the Year award. This is Asia's 3rd Defensive Player of the Year award, and this is Alana Smith's first. So they have a co-Defensive Player of the Year. It's the first anything in WNBA history. The votes, I'll show you guys the votes in a second. But that's the first ever DPOY. These were the votes. These are how the votes lined up. 29 for Alana Smith, 29 for A'ja Wilson. Gabby Williams finished with 9, 3 for Alyssa Thomas, and 2 for Napheesa Collier. So that is how the votes lined up. And that is why they ended up being co-defensive players of the year. There was a lot of chatter or discussion about whether people agree or not that should be possible. But that's the long and the short of it, as they say. The only resolution is to change how voting is, because anytime there's a certain amount of votes and you can vote for whoever, you may run into anomalies like this. It's the first time it's ever happened, so it's not something that consistently happens, but first time it's happened. All right, what are your thoughts on that? Was it if you're familiar with Alana Smith, she's on the team with the #1 seed. She averaged I think she averaged like 2 blocks a game this year. Really good defensive player, and we all know what A'ja Wilson does on the defensive end. So let me know your thoughts on this defensive player of the year. I had to look it up. I know Sierra in the Discord was like, has that ever happened in the NBA? I looked it up, and I found out that it hasn't happened since Rookie of the Year. Oh, whoops. So it hasn't happened since Rookie of the Year back in 1995, I think it was, that I found. Between Jason Kidd and Grant Hill, they were the co-rookies of the year in the NBA. So that's the one and only time it's happened in the NBA. Sierra said, I like Smith. I think she played well for several years. I didn't check her specific numbers though. Yeah, Alana Smith, she was with Phoenix, she was with Chicago, and now she's found a home in Minnesota. She may have been with other teams, but those are the teams I remember. Alana Smith out of Australia plays on the Australian national team with New York head coach Sandy Brondello. But salute to Alana Smith and A'ja Wilson on the Defensive Player of the Year award. This is what I want to look at. So let's go back to this schedule here. This is the schedule of awards and when they will be announced. So today's Thursday. We got the Defensive Players of the Year. Tomorrow, we'll get the announcement of the 5 finalists for the Kia WNBA Most Valuable Player. So MVP finalists will be announced tomorrow. Rob said, what is Central, what is North? It is ongoing debate. You are absolutely right. I think of North Jersey, like Fort Lee and them places. Central? That's right. What is Central? Where Seton Hall in them places at? I don't know. I'm not super familiar with anything that's not Fort Lee or Newark or Secaucus, Jersey City or whatever. On Saturday they'll announce the 6th player of the year. I think. Who will get 6th player of the year? That'll be interesting. We'll see who gets 6th player of the year. The 21st, the Kia WNBA MVP will be announced. We'll probably see one of we know one of the candidates will be there. Napheesa is already announced to be in the semifinals. We'll see if A'ja joins her. She's another candidate Alyssa Thomas, I think, is a third candidate. We'll see if she wins tomorrow, if she'll be in the semifinals, and then I don't know who the other two would be. So we shall see. Let me know your 6-player faves in the chat. I'm not too sure who the 6th player of the year would be this year. And then you see the rest of the awards and when they'll be released all throughout September going into October. This page is on the WNBA website. If you want to follow their end of season awards schedule, or you can just take a screenshot of this so you have it. Yeah, maybe Heidemann, Sierra, you're right. Heidemann can get a shout. Heidemann definitely gets a shout. I'm trying to go through all the teams and who will get 6th player. I know Kennedy Burke was in the running for it, and then she fell off the pace for my New York Liberty. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see who can get that 6th player of the year, because I don't have any running favorites at the moment. I mean, Jewel Lloyd, if she would have came off the bench a little later in the season, she probably could have had a shout to get it. Kylan said Kate Martin for 6th player of the year. Nah, man, Kate didn't get no 6th player of the year. Malunga, is she considered a 6th player of the year? I know later in the season, she became that 6th player off the bench. Erica Wheeler, maybe? But Erica Wheeler was starting. I know there's a number of games that you would have had to start, or you would have to have come off the bench in order to be eligible. I know Erica Wheeler started a bunch of games before that Brittany Sykes trade. So it'll be interesting to see. But we'll find out on Saturday. Because I know that was the thing with Leonie Feebit. She started a lot, but she also came off the bench. So they were saying she could be the 6th player of the year. So it's one of those, it could be a stipulation in the rule. We'll see. Right? We got about 4 minutes until halftime is over. Salute to everybody here. Appreciate you guys. We will be on for the next stream if you guys are just joining. Yeah, Tip Hayes was the 6th woman last year, Sierra. She was the 6th woman. Kelsey Plum, no, Kelsey Plum, she starts, so she would be a sixth player of the year. 6th player of the year is basically that first player off the bench. They're the 6th player. So whoever was that best first bench player. So we'll see. Them said I'm thinking Meeseman or Whitcomb. For Phoenix, Whitcomb's a good shout. Whitcomb is a good shout. I have to make sure I guess I have to check the stats to see, because I know she started some games when all their players were hurt. So that's the only thing that will probably disqualify some people's if they started more games than they came off the bench. But Whitcomb is a good shout there. Right, Chemo. Heidemann and Hillman. Yeah, I think Hillman won't qualify because she started off coming off the bench, and then when they moved Griner to the bench and started Hillman. Yeah, so we'll see who it is. We'll see who it is. Got about 2 minutes until halftime is over. We're still in commercial. Score is 56-49. 56-49. I'm trying to think as we're waiting here. New York was Kennedy Burke. If we go Connecticut, no. Go Washington, no. Going down the East Coast, Atlanta. Naz Hillman was a shout for a bit. If she's eligible, then I would say yes. If not, then no. Then we go over to Indiana. No. Minnesota, Heidemann. You got Dallas. Who was the sixth player in Dallas? No. Chicago. No. Phoenix, Whitcomb was a good shout. Seattle. If Dom is eligible, then I would say Dom or Erica Wheeler. Either one of them, whoever's eligible. LA. Who was the sixth player off the bench in LA? Ray Burrell? No. In Vegas. If Jewel Lloyd would have came off the bench earlier in the season, then she would have had a good chance to get it. But I don't think anybody else there. And then you got the Valkyries. I mean, y'all saying Kate Martin, maybe? I don't know if the stats back it up, but we'll see. All right, broadcast coming back on. Halftime is over. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me as we try to brainstorm what the possibilities could be there. And halftime has just ended, and they're about to get this third quarter started. Crowd yelling ATL, ATL. Ball in play here with the Dream to start the third quarter. Let's see if they can continue that end of second quarter dominance that they had. Canada with the ball. Gets it over to Rhyne Howard. Rhyne Howard pump fakes for three. Gets it in the corner to Hillman. Hillman dribbles back up top. Back right side to Howard. Howard with 6 on the clock. High-low between Hillman and Jones. Gets blocked from behind by Howard, but they call a foul on somebody. I don't know who they called a foul on, but it's a foul on the Fever. And Hillman will be going to the line for free throws. $19 points, a franchise playoff record for the first half for Kelsey Mitchell. 40 paint points is a WNBA playoff record for points in the paint in the first half in the WNBA. Hillman knocks down the second free throw, and it's 57-49. Odyssey Sims with the ball. Indiana cannot let this game get too far ahead of them. Got to take it possession by possession, as cliche as it sounds. Natasha Howard, handoff to Sims. Sims goes baseline, throws it up top to Hall. Hall, pump fakes for three, gets into the paint. Corner to Sims, pump fakes for three in the right corner. Gets into the paint, throws up the left-hand layup, and it's short. Rebound to Hillman. Hillman over to Allisha Gray. Gets it up top to Rhyne Howard. Over to Hillman. Hillman gets it down to Bree Jones. Bree Jones in the paint against Boston. Out to Hillman. Left side to Gray. Gray loses the ball, and it's picked up by the Fever. Kelsey Mitchell, head of steam. Gets middle of the floor. Over to Howard. Bounces off her fingertips. She secures it. Over to Boston. Over to Sims. Doesn't take the three. Corner to Howard for three. She goes baseline, goes up, and scores. Good move there by Natasha Howard. Goes baseline from the left corner and scores a layup. 57-51. Canada gets downhill, goes baseline, call a foul on Hall for body to body contact. Sorry, I think I hit the mic. My bad, y'all. 57-51. Natasha Howard with 8 points and 4 boards. It's Dream ball to inbound from the sideline. Gets it into Bree Jones. Over to Allisha Gray. Thinks about the three, doesn't take it. Gets downhill. Finds Jordan Canada. Wide open for three. And it's off. I think they'll live with that. Ball goes out of bounds. Fever basketball. Canada not known as a three-point marksman. Yeah, Con Landing. He did set that record. Aliyah Boston with the ball. Boston gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell steps back for a three. That looks good. Nope. My eyesight is off. That's an air ball. Rebound to Gray. Gray outlet to Hillman. Hillman on the catch. Dribbles back out. Picks up her dribble. Gets it over to Gray. Slows it down. Gray behind the three-point line. Waits for the screen. Gets the screen from Bree Jones. Shoots the foul line. Jump shot. Off. Lexi Hull with the rebound. Gets it over to Sims. Fever have to capitalize here on these misses. And Odyssey Sims spins into the paint, gets fouled, and one. Odyssey Sims. Odyssey Sims. Odyssey Sims gets all the way into the paint, pump fakes, draws the foul on Hillman, and we'll go little line for the 3-point play. She'll keep going in there. She'll miss a couple as she goes in, but she's going to keep being relentless. Odyssey Sims was on the LA Sparks to start the season, was waived, and then later picked up by the Fever. 57-53 as she misses the free throw. Canada gets downhill quickly. And Atlanta loses the ball, and Sims picks it up. Sims one-on-one with Hillman, drops it off to Howard. Howard goes up and scores the left-hand lay, or the left side lay. Timeout call by Carl Smesko, turning their defense into offense here, and we have a 2-point game, outscoring the Dream 6-1 in this quarter. Six to 1 in the quarter. It's a 2-point game. 2-point game, people. Fever are not going down without a fight. Let me end this poll. Sierra, you ain't gonna remind me to end the poll. No, I'm messing with you. Oh, I see why my Siri's going off when I say Sierra. It thinks I'm saying Siri. That's hilarious. But the end of the poll, 63% say Fever, 36% say Dream out of the 33 votes we had. So 57, 55, 7:19 to go in the quarter. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. We'll be on for the second game as well. Hopefully it's another incredible game like we saw last time. We're in a commercial right now. We are in a commercial right now. Sorry, just chomping on some grapes right quick. Fever turning their defense into offense here. When you're without players, everybody else has to do a little bit more, and they've been doing that pretty much half the season. Being ultra aggressive on defense, everybody looking to get their teammates involved, moving without the ball, chasing down loose balls, getting their hands in passing lanes. When you're understarred, you got to do a little bit more of the intangibles. Ron sees that grapes the food of champions. Yeah, I remember when I was younger, I used to like the purple grapes or the red grapes, whatever you want to call them. But as I've gotten older, green grapes have been my go-to. Johnny, what up? Let's see if you can hit. Hopefully you can hit one of your bets tonight. All right, we're still in commercial. Jeez. Finally, we're back. Seedless black grapes. I think my mom likes those. So, all those sound clips of Stephanie White talking to her team have been focused on defense. Yeah, Liberty lost you a lot, man. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. It's a disappointing team, as much as I love them. Liz said Skittles are better. Oh no. Oh no, Liz. I can't lie. I do have a bag of Swedish fish beside me, but that's besides the point. Ball over to Rhyne Howard. Rhyne Howard for a deep three. Rolls out. Hillman fighting for the rebound, but Sims snatches it. Fever with a chance to tie or take the lead here. Kelsey Mitchell comes off the screen from Sims. Gets into the paint. Over the head pass to Sims. Loads up for three in the lead. Air ball. That's the second time she's airballed from that spot. Howard tries to save it, but it goes right to Bree Jones, who gets it to Allisha Gray. Ball over to Bree Jones, and that's an offensive foul. Bree Jones with the offensive foul. I saw that. She cut off Natasha Howard on that attack there. I don't know if it was intentional, but it was a foul. Oh, it was Boston, I think she cut off there. She passes it out to Rhyne Howard and then just bumps off Natasha Howard trying to contest that three. Ball in play to Indiana. Boston with it at the left elbow. Faces up on Bree Jones. Attacks the basket, gets into the paint, goes through, left hand hook, rolls around. Tie game. 57-57. 8-0 run by the Fever to tie this game up. Howard down to Jones. Spins baseline. Spins back out. Naz Hillman loads up for a three and cashes out for three. Naz Hillman, if you're on a couple of Atlanta streams I've done, I've told you her first 2-3 seasons in the league, she shot 6 3-pointers total. Like attempted 6 3-pointers total. This year she shot damn near over 100. Pretty much over 100. And she's knocking down a high clip. As Kelsey Mitchell tries to answer with a three, long rebound goes all the way back out to her at the 3-point line. And there's a foul there. Boston and Jones get into it. Jones falls on the floor, and players start going back and forth here. And the referees come in between. They're going to review it. And Boston telling the coach what she's doing. And Boston telling the coach she's hooking me. She's hooking me. So it gets a little spicy there, a little playoff intensity there. So Aliyah Boston trying to post up. Bree Jones puts her arm under there. They called a foul, and then Aliyah Boston takes exception to it and throws and sort of like flings her off and throws her down. Uh-oh. It's getting a little spicy. That's that playoff intensity there. Kima said, "AB, no, she can't fight. Listen, you don't gotta be a fighter. You just gotta pump fake enough." Listen, because if they swing, they get suspended for games. So everybody know NBA, WNBA, nobody gonna fight. So I just gotta look. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing, cause you know they ain't gonna do nothing. If they crazy enough to swing, then they just crazy enough to swing. Just gotta pump fake a little bit. Right? It's just Draymond and nobody else. But but when you on the court, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And Isaiah Stewart from Detroit, that he a crash out. What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah, blah blah blah. Just pop all that you want. What they gonna do? Swing? They ain't crazy enough to swing. So they're still reviewing this to see. So that's what I mean. This game gonna get pushed and pushed until it's the other game is gonna start while this one is still going on. So the referees are discussing this now after watching multiple replays, and I guess we'll find out what the resolution is going to be. 60-57, the Dream are on top right now. Following the defensive foul on Jones, we have a technical foul on Boston. That's it. There's a defensive foul on Jones, technical on Boston. So Atlanta will shoot the free throw. Liz says they need a review clock in all sports. Longer reviews are momentum killers. Yeah. So it's a technical free throw that will be shot by the Atlanta Dream, and then the Fever will have possession. As Howard misses the free throw. I mean, listen, he running up and down the court just like these players. Them refs running right up and down, right with the players. So, all right. So Bree Jones with 4 fouls. Fever gets it into Odyssey Sims. 3-point game, 5:41 to go here. Boston directing traffic at the top of the key. Boston drives right. Boston into the paint, spins, throws it out to Hall. Hall for 3, and it's off. Hillman with the rebound and gets it over to Canada. Canada turns on the Jets. Out top to Hillman. Hillman, another 3. Short on that one. Fight for the rebound. They're on the floor fighting for it. Bree Jones over here spinning around. Gets it out to Rhyne Howard. Corner to Allisha Gray. Gray for 3 and knocks it down. 63-57. So the loose ball won as Boston goes up on the entry pass and scores. Good quick response there for the Fever. 63-59. Canada with the ball. Canada guarded by Mitchell. Canada drives to the right, nowhere to go. Look nowhere to get the ball to. Spins, gets it over to Hillman. Back to Canada. Canada, no look past the Gray on the roll, and she scoops it in with the left on the right-hand side. 65-59. That's what happens when you keep moving without the ball. Good things will happen. Sims comes off the screen. Sims stops, finds Howard, but she doesn't, loses control of the ball, bounces off her chest and out of bounds. All right, I think they're showing the replays from Allisha Gray's last couple buckets there. 65-59, Canada with the basketball. Allisha Gray with a double-double, 15 points, 10 rebounds. Canada, left side of the floor, corner to Hillman. Hillman, nowhere to go with it, guarded tightly by Boston. Gets it up top to Gray, bad pass and over Gray's head, and Sims to the rescue, goes up, and gets punched by Allisha Gray. Put back is good by Hull, but they called a foul on Gray. Odyssey Sims on the floor. A little shaken up here, holding her right shoulder. Holding her right shoulder. And the trainer comes out to take a look at her. She's rotating her right shoulder. She's holding her right shoulder. She's in a little bit of discomfort. They're going to look for a potential upgrade to a flagrant. I don't think so on first look if it was a flagrant. It looked like it was just a nice chase down there. Oh, shit. No, that is a foul. That is a foul. But it's not upgraded, but it is a foul, though. Oh, she falls right on that left shoulder, but she was holding the right one. Or was it the right shoulder? Oof. Yeah, the contact on the body sent her flying. She fell down right on that shoulder. That was a hard fall. Her feet were like taken out from under her when the body contact happened, and she lands right on the shoulder there. But I don't think it's an upgrade. Um, nah, Aransi punt. I mean, her shot got punched off the glass, blocked. Yeah, blocked off the glass. Aransi's sweaty refs very unprofessional. Damn, my son can't sweat. Refs got to be running up and down with the players, but can't sweat. That's crazy. I don't think it's an upgrade worthy foul though. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Doo, 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 doo. Call, as expected, call on the floor stands as a common foul. Oh. Yeah, Sierra. You landed right on the shoulder there. And even if so, 65-59, Odyssey Sims looks to be okay. She's going to the line for free throws now. I mean, she has like the compression t-shirt on. She has a compression sleeve on, the arm sleeve, so it probably cushioned it a little bit for her. Sims at the line. Free throw is up, and she cashes it in. So Odyssey Sims at the line for the second free throw, and she knocks down both. So she seems to be good. 4-point game here, 65-61, third quarter. Do or die game 3. Rhyne Howard with the ball. Rhyne Howard comes off the screen, going to her right. Rhyne Howard steps back. Right jump shot is good. Rhyne Howard with the pull up. And it's 67-61. Odyssey Sims wide open for 3. She shoots the 3. High arcer is off. And they say it was body to body contact there. Nothing there between Hall and Howard. Canada over to Hillman. Hillman over to Rhyne Howard. Rhyne Howard jabs right, goes left. Now goes left, goes up for the quick layup and scores. So Rhyne Howard back-to-back buckets there. 8-point game over to Mitchell. Mitchell's been quiet. Mitchell down the lane. Quick layup is up. Foul and one. Brittany Griner with the foul. Kelsey Mitchell with the left hand floater. And she'll go to the line for the 3-point play. Yeah, Sierra. They were playing that in the arena, so I had to join in. So Kelsey Mitchell will go to the line for the 3-point play. Allisha Gray goes to the bench for the Atlanta Dream. Kelsey Mitchell for the 3-point play. She's been quiet, but she knocks that down. 5-point game. Fever are in the bonus, so if they get fouled, they'll shoot free throws. Canada down the lane, goes up, gets blocked by Bree Turner out of bounds. Canada tried to do an up and under move there, and Bree Turner, long arm of the law, smacks it out of bounds. 3:12 to go here. In the third, we have Powers, Turner, Hull, Mitchell, and Howard on the floor. Natasha Howard, that is. For the Dream, you have Pow, Griner, Howard, Rhyne Howard, Canada, and Hillman on the floor. Rhyne Howard to inbound, gets it into Canada. Guarded by Powers. Down to Griner, fight for the ball. She tips it to herself, spins, and scores. That's what happens when you got 6'8", 6'9" on the court. Nobody to really match up with that. Mitchell goes under the basket. Dribbles all the way back out to 3. They leave her open for 3. Too strong. Howard with the rebound. Catches it with the left and just goes back up with the left. And scores. 71-66. Canada with the ball. Hazzies goes downhill. Picks up her dribble. Hook pass over to Griner. I don't know how she threw it over to 6'9", 6'10" Griner, but Canada did. So it's Fever Ball, 5-point game, 71-66. 2:34 to go in the third. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Right side of the floor. Comes off the screen from Turner. Snakes back into the lane. Now Jones is on it. She goes it out to Howard. Down to Turner. Turner to Powers. Powers travel. They don't call it. Loose ball. Powers finds Howard in the paint. Goes up. Double clutches. Off the top of the backboard. And it's out of bounds. I guess that worked out because Powers did travel a bit there. So it worked out in the end. 71-66. Ball over to Bree Jones. Over to Rhyne Howard. Top of the key. Guarded by Hull. Oh, calls it with a head fake, throws up the floater, rolls off, and Turner with the rebound. Over to Powers. $1 million move, 10-cent finish there for Rhyne Howard. Hull with the ball. Hull up top to Powers. Powers over to Turner. Down to Boston. Boston on the catch. Boston spins. Boston goes under. Reverse layup. Can't get it. Fight for the rebound. Turner gets it. Turner over to Mitchell. Mitchell, corner to Hull. Hull shoots the three. They need it. And it's off. They needed that one. And rebound to the Dream. Pow with the ball. Pow guarded tightly by Mitchell. Pow drives left. Mitchell sticking with her. She gets baseline, finds Maya Caldwell, but the pass is off and stolen. Fever on the run here. Powers, right side of the three-point line, gets to the foul line, shoots to two, and knocks it down. Aerial Powers, big shot. 71-68. Pow crosses half court here. Pow still dribbling. Right side to Caldwell. Caldwell dribbles left. Mitchell trying to go for the steal. Hull falls down off a screen, but gets back up. Pow steps back. Three for Pow. Air ball. Hits the net from the outside. The bottom of the net from the outside. And there's 50 seconds to go here. 3-point game. Pow goes to the bench here. Oh, I'm starting the clock before it's even time to start. Ball in play here with the Fever. A three will tie the game. As we wind down the third quarter here. Kelsey Mitchell. Dribbling. We're just whittling down the clock here. Kelsey Mitchell still dribbling. It finds Boston on the roll. It looked like she was held. On that roll. It looked like she was held on the roll. Off first look, it looked like she was held on the roll. So we'll see what they show on the replay. They do call the foul. So she comes off the screen. Yeah, she grabs her around the waist and slows her down from getting the ball there. So that was on the side of the ref. So Boston at the line for free throw. She still has been struggling from the line tonight. Aliyah Boston at the line. First free throw is up, and she knocks it down. Howard goes to the bench. Bree Turner back in. Offense for defense substitution here. Aliyah Boston, let me see. Aliyah Boston is 2 for 5 from the line tonight. Takes a deep breath. Aliyah Boston takes her dribble, shoots it, and it bounces off. 1 out of 2. 71-69. 28 seconds to go here. The Fever will have another possession if the Dream let them. 8 on the game shot clock, excuse me. Canada over to Bree Jones. Back to Canada. Canada gets downhill, goes up, throws up the layup, gets fouled, and scores. A chance for a 3-point play here for Jordan Canada. Canada gets downhill, takes the contact from Hull, throws it up at the glass, and lays it in. (73-69). And she misses the free throw. I got something to show y'all after we get a break here. Hull with the ball. 3 seconds. Get over to Powers. Powers, baseline jump shot. Thought she got hit on the elbow. And Atlanta takes a 4-point lead into the fourth quarter. Aerial Powers was a little upset there. She thought she got fouled on that jump shot. Let's get ready for the fourth quarter. 73-69 going into the fourth. So unless this game ends in the next 15 minutes, which it won't, that means that other game will either be delayed or starting on another channel. Salute to everybody here in the chat. Appreciate you guys tuning in for a do or die game 3 between the 6-seed Fever and the 3-seeded Dream. Let's take a look at the box score, and then I'm gonna show y'all something. Becky Hammond just made a comment about the defensive player of the year. Salute to APC on the Twitch. Go Fever. Fever outscored them 20-17 in the quarter. 20-17 in the quarter. For Indiana, Hull with 8, 12 for Howard with 5 rebounds, 8 for Boston, 22 for Kelsey Mitchell, and 13 for Odyssey Sims. Off the bench, you have 4 from Powers and 2 from Timpson. They're shooting 5 for 20 from 3, 25%, 39% from the field. For Atlanta, Naz Hillman with 9 points, 9 rebounds. You have 13 for Rhyne Howard, 10 for Bree Jones, double-double, 15 points, 10 rebounds for Allisha Gray, 15 points for Jordan Canada with 7 assists. Off the bench, Pow with 6 and Brittany Griner with 5. They're shooting 54% from the field, 31% from 3. Steph on the Twitch says, anyone have 5 fouls? No, I see a couple players with 4, but nobody with 5. You have 2 players from the Dream with 4 fouls, Bree Jones and Allisha Gray. Thanks for your commenting question there. Let me see if I can pull it up on my computer. I saw it on my phone, but see if I can pull it up on my computer. Becky Hammond just made some comments about the co-defensive player of the year. Let me see what Nakai is. Oh, he had the quote. Oh, he had the video there. Let me see if I could. I should. Can I route the audio to y'all? No, I can't. I have to fix that. At the moment. But this is the quote that Becky Hammond said in the video. Coach Hammond on Asia Wilson being defensive player of the year. I'm a little confused by the Nafisa, you guys said, was the best defensive player last year, and now she's not? I don't know. To me, there's no comparison. A white-tailed deer looks really good until an elk walks in the room. And somebody down below with the famous, a Chrysler 300 looks like a Phantom until a Phantom pull up. That is funny. So, listen. Of course, a coach is going to go for her player. She deserves. Asia decides to win it outright. And who am I to judge her for believing that? But that is absolutely hilarious. A white-tailed deer looks really good until an elk walks in the room. That's some real North Dakota stuff she got going on. Oh, weak. I am weak, y'all. That's funny. I just had to show y'all that. I saw it pop up on my phone. And I was like, I got to show the people what Becky Hammond chatting about. All right, broadcast is coming back on here. Broadcast is coming back on. All right, it will be Fever Ball to start the 4th quarter. Fever, season on the line here. Let's see if they have one more run to get the upset here. Last playoff series win, 2015 Eastern Finals versus New York for the Indiana Fever. And I think it was 2014 for the Atlanta Dream. As we have the ball in play, Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Gets it over to Natasha Howard. And Jordan Canada with another foul here. That's mad funny. Becky funny. All right, so Fever to inbound, gets it into Sims. Sims with the ball, guarded by Howard, comes off the screen going left. Sims with an 8 on the shot clock. Spins into the paint, double clutches, throws up the floater and scores over Bree Jones. What a tough shot there by Odyssey Sims, and throws a little mean mug on. 2-point game here, 73-71. Sorry, South Dakota, not North Dakota. My bad. It was one of them Dakotas. And we have a foul here on Aerial Powers on Bree Jones. For a big girl, Bree Jones been on the floor a lot tonight. 73-71. Aerial Powers and her former Dream teammates getting into it a little bit here. Aerial Powers and Rhyne Howard, two fiery personalities. And Odyssey Sims looking at Powers like, lock in. We losing. Lock in. We can't get no text right now. Ball into Bree Jones. Over to Allisha Gray for the three. Natasha Howard with the rebound, and she's on the go here. Natasha Howard slows it down, gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell turns on the Jets, gets by Gray. Double clutches, gets blocked by Gray. Rebound by Gray. Playing with multiple fouls, and she was not afraid to make that stand there. Ball out to Gray. Gray pump fakes, gets into the lane, goes up. Layup is up and good. 75-71. Handoff to, Kelsey Mitchell. Fake handoff. Powers picks up the loose ball. Out to Natasha Howard for three. Short. Rebound to Bree Jones. They'll live with Natasha shooting that all day long. Canada turns on the Jets. Goes down the lane, throws up the layup, and gets fouled by Natasha Howard. I don't know why you would foul her. She was so out of control. Natasha Howard with the reach in as Canada blew by everybody. So Canada will go to the line for 2 free throws. $75-71. Canada misses the free throw. Free throw shooting has been real shaky. I don't know what's going on. Second one is up and good. Ball in play here with Odyssey Sims. Odyssey Sims, left hand dribble, gets into the paint, finds Boston at the foul line. Can she hit it? And she can. Shot is up and good for Aliyah Boston from the foul line. Canada quickly back the other way over to Allisha Gray. Gets down the lane. Another layup, this time with the right hand. Allisha Gray just getting layup after layup right down Main Street here. 78-73. Gray up to 19 points. Canada with 16. Odyssey Sims comes off the screen going right. Shoots the contested two. Almost banked it in. And they call a foul on the floor. That one's on Canada, I think. That might be her fourth foul. That might be Canada's fourth foul. Powers to inbound, gets it into Sims. Sims with the ball. Bumps off Canada, gets to the foul line. Keeps her dribble alive. She's wide open. Gets it to Hull. Hull drives baseline. Finds Howard. Ball gets deflected and stolen by the Dream. Sims was wide open for the three or the long two. She doesn't take it. Howard escapes Powers. Finds Hillman. Hillman goes up. Smokes the layup. Boston tips it over to Natasha. Gets it over to Sims. Sims attacks. Sims gets into the paint. Corner to Hull. Up top to Boston. Boston over to Hull. Corner to Sims. Left corner. Right in front of Dream bench. Gets it down to Boston. Boston in the post. Goes up. Hook shot is up and good. 78-75. Rhyne Howard basically was like yelling for help. They get the ball quickly into Boston. She spins into the lane. Right hand hook. Might have got away with a travel there. Canada down the lane. Another layup. They just clearing out the paint and the players are just getting layups and she's saying they can't guard me. 80-75. Sims over to Howard. Howard in the post against Hillman. Spins into the paint, throws up the left hand hook too strong, gets her own rebound, and it goes out of bounds. They say Hillman tapped it out of bounds, but it stays with the Fever here. Yeah, she was talking to Power saying she can't guard me. They cleared out the middle of the floor for her. Canada right to left crossover and goes down, straight downhill and lays it in. As we go to a commercial here. Wow. Oh, wrong button. Whoops. Sorry, I'm putting back up the white-tailed deer tweet. 80 to 75, 5-point game, 6:28 to go in this one. Do or die, game 3. Winner moves on to the semifinals to face the winner of the next game, which is between the Storm and the Aces. You have Indiana. You have Lexi Hull still with 8 points. Had a couple wide open threes that they need to have hit. 12 for Natasha Howard, 12 for Aliyah Boston, 22 for Kelsey Mitchell, and 15 for Odyssey Sims. Powers with 4, 2 for Timpson. For Atlanta, you have Naz Hillman with 9 and 9 rebounds. You have 13 for Rhyne Howard, 10 for Bree Jones, 19 and 11 for Allisha Gray, 18 and 9 assists for Jordan Canada. So another player almost with a double-double here, Jordan Canada. You got 6 for Pow Pow and 5 for Brittany Griner. Oh, you just reminded me. I'm gonna set it up so that we can hear what Becky was saying. I'm gonna play the video for y'all. Browser. I'm gonna add Chrome to that. Cool. Let me see. All right, cool. I want to make sure that I don't unmute that. Let me see if I can find that journal again. That was hilarious. I'm gonna listen to it and then I'm gonna see if I can make y'all listen to it.
When did you / the team find out about Asia winning Code Defensive Player of the Year, and just your general thoughts on that?
Oh, all right. It is coming through. Damn. They challenging the play, so I'm gonna play it for y'all right quick. This is hilarious. I gotta see her face when she's saying this.
When did you / the team find out about Asia winning Code Defensive Player of the Year, and just your general thoughts on that?
I don't know. I guess I'm a little confused by the code. Because Nafisa, you guys said, was the best defensive player last year, and then now she's not. I mean, I don't know. I'd love to make the voting public. I don't know how it came in a tie, but apparently it did.
Hope y'all can hear
to
it.
me,
It sound mad low.
There's no comparison. A white-tailed deer looks really good until an elk walks into the room.
Hi, Coach. I wanted to ask about the.
Becky. You are funny. Call on the floor stands. Whatever. The challenge has been deemed unsuccessful. It is. We can't tell. Oh. I don't know. I don't know about that one. That one is a little shaky. All right, so both teams have no challenges left. Let's get back to the game here. Boston over to Sims. Sims slips, gets it over to Petty. Petty on the floor, and then Allisha Gray with the foul. Five fouls on Allisha Gray here. 80 to 75, 80 to 75. $6:20 to go in the game. The towel boys are cleaning up the sweat on the floor. Shea Petty to inbound now. Let's get back to it. Ball into Boston. 5-point game here. Boston gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell with the ball, guarded by Canada. Gets it back down to Boston, right side of the floor. Boston on the face-up, goes back into the post. Spins out to Petty. Petty for three. Big shot by Shea Petty. Oh my goodness. She's taking a couple from that angle, missed a few, and she knocks that one down. Petty 1 for 3 from 3-point range. 2-point game. Canada with the ball over to Bree Jones, top of the key. Hand off to Rhyne Howard. Rhyne Howard, snatchback dribble. Contested three over Boston. It's off. Hillman with the save, but right to Boston. Hands it off to Petty, right side of the floor where she just hit the three. Petty goes over to Powers. Powers looking for Mitchell. Gets it to Mitchell. Back over to Powers. Powers for three. The way off. And they call a foul here against the Fever. Aerial Powers. Come on now. Oh, they called Turner for the foul. Ball and play here with the Dream. 5:21 to go. Canada with the ball. Over to Hillman. Hillman at the top of the key. Guarded by Bree Turner. Looking for Allisha Gray. Can't get it to her. Gets it to Canada. Canada gets a full head of steam. Pump fakes. Goes up. Quick layup. Misses. Rebound to Powers. Powers over to Petty. 2-point game here. Petty escapes Rhyne Howard. Tries to pass it. Deflected by Bree Jones. And it's a turnover. And gets it over to Rhyne Howard. Howard outlet pass deflected by Petty and out of bounds. Petty upset with herself for that previous turnover. $80-78, 4:51 to go. Salute to everybody hanging around. Appreciate you guys. We have a good game on our hands here. Winner moves on to the semifinals in this best-of-3 first-round series. Canada with the ball. Canada guarded by Mitchell. Canada spins to the right. Mitchell on top of her, and Mitchell was holding her. Then the ref calls it. It's a foul there on Kelsey Mitchell. I saw it. Once she spun Kelsey Mitchell, she grabs her a bit. Hillman to inbound here. Gets it into Rhyne Howard. Guarded tightly by Petty. She jabs left, goes right. Rhyne Howard, head fake, baseline jump shot is up, too strong. Boston hits it out of bounds. So the Dream will get another possession with 14 on the clock. Rhyne Howard to inbound, gets it over to Canada. Canada down in the post to Boston. Bree Turner digs. It goes out of bounds off Turner. It should be Fever ball, and it's out of bounds. That was a good defensive stop there by Bree Turner. Bree Jones tried to post up. Bree Turner came down for help. Got her hands in the cookie jar there, and then deflected off of Bree Jones. Fever ball here. 2-point game. They're right there. This game is there for the taking. And they've given it to Kelsey Mitchell. Corner to Turner. Back to Mitchell. Moving screen by Bree Turner. And Allisha Gray's a little shaken up. She's on the floor here. Allisha Gray still laying on her back. On the floor here. Allisha Gray in a little bit of pain. And ball is back to Atlanta. Fever, they've had multiple chances here to tie or take the lead, and they have not capitalized. Canada down to Jones. Jones travels. They throws it out to Hillman, over to Howard. 10 on the clock. Howard now shoots a three, short, and Boston snags the rebound. Another opportunity here for the Fever. Ball over to Petty, and Steph White calls a timeout. Steph White calls a timeout. She sees her team is right there, and they need a quick talking to here to get a good opportunity. Timeout here, 80-78, 3:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. Wow, what a game we have in our hands, people. Salute to all of y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging around for this nice and exciting and competitive game. Emphasis on the competitive. Let's take a look at the box score here right quick. Score is 80-78. 80-78, lowest scoring quarter of the game so far. 9-7 in favor of the Fever. Indiana, they got 4 players in double figures now. You got 12 for Natasha Howard. You have 12 points, 11 rebounds for Aliyah Boston. 22 for Kelsey Mitchell. 15 for Odyssey Sims with 7 assists. Off the bench, you have 9 points. They're shooting 40% from the field, 27% from 3. And only 6 turnovers, so they're taking care of the ball. Naz Hillman with 9 points. The Dream also have 4 players in double figures. 13 for Rhyne Howard, 10.6 rebounds for Bree Jones, 19 for Allisha Gray with 11 rebounds, and 18 for Jordan Canada with 9 assists. Off the bench, we haven't seen much of it. Pow Griner, 11 points total. 51% from the field, 26% from 3. Back to that battle, that points in the paint battle, 54-34 in favor of the Dream. 54-34. Right? So it looks like, I don't know if this other game is going to start on another channel or they're going to wait for this one to end. But we will probably be late to that other game. We'll be late to that other game between the between the Storm and the Aces. Boston, yeah, Boston got a double-double, Johnny. I think. I just read that. Yeah, Boston has a double-double. 12 points, 11 rebounds. So, look, you won something. Aliyah Boston, 12 points, 11 boards. All right, I think they're presenting. Oh, they're moving that game to ESPN News. Oh, no. So we're going to miss a little bit of that Storm Aces game. Gonna miss a little bit of that Storm and Aces game. Let me put a comment in that stream over there. We'll come to this game as soon as this one is over. Ball and play here with Shea Petty. Boston with the ball. Boston, handoff to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell, guarded by Allisha Gray, over to Hull in the corner. Hull drives out the corner, and they call a foul, and there was a collision there. It hit Bree Turner in the face there on that screen. As Fever first Dream is finished. I'm gonna start a poll over on that other stream. Fever to inbound, gets it into Boston. Boston over to Petty. Petty over to Mitchell. Mitchell back to Petty. Petty pump fakes for 3, gets into the paint, throws up the floater, bounces around. Bree Turner, putback is good. Tie game. 80-80. 80-80, people. Canada with the crossover, guarded by Hull now. 3:15 to go. Down to Jones against Boston. Out to Hillman. Hillman for 3, short. Fight for the rebound. Bree Jones gets it, spins off, goes up. Layup is up and good. Bree Jones takes the lead right back. You got Boston with the ball here. Let me lock in. Boston fakes the handoff to Petty, looking for Mitchell. Can't get it to her. Canada's on the floor. Petty has the ball with 5 on the clock. Petty on the attack. Petty into the step through. Left hand scoop. Off the glass, misses. Rebound to Gray. Over to Rhyne Howard. Walks into a three. Oh! Rhyne Howard knocks down a transition three. 5-point game. A quick 5-0 run here for the Dream. It's 85-80. Yeah, Johnny. I heard they canceled Jimmy. might give me a spot, but I gotta watch what I say. Mitchell over to Boston. Boston back to Mitchell. Mitchell downhill. She might have traveled. She got away with an extra step, but lays it up with the left hand on the right hand side. 3-point game here. We got a good one, y'all. I gotta lock in. 85-82. Both teams in the bonus. 3-point game. 1:50 to go in this one. Oh, my clock not even running. My bad, y'all. I'm gonna fix the clock. But I'll keep you updated. 1:45 to go. Over to Hillman. Oh, 3 to Allisha Gray. Step back, heave, air ball, and that's a shot clock violation. That'll give me enough time to fix my clock. 1:37 to go here. 1:37. We'll get over, if you're just Jordan, we'll get over to that Vegas Storm game after this one. But this is too good to leave right now. 3-point game. Fever with the ball. Sims with the ball at half court here. Sims right side to Boston. Boston looking for Mitchell. Boston drives right. She's in the post against Bree Jones. Spins, goes up and under, throws up the left hand hook. Can't get it. Hillman with the rebound. Hillman gets it over to Canada. Great job there by Bree Jones. Not biting on any of those fakes. And scores. Ball down to Bree Jones. Bree Jones on the face up on Boston. Out to Rhyne Howard. It's a turnover. Turnover. She thought Rhyne Howard was going to stay. Passes it behind her. And it's a turnover. Queso, what up? We got a timeout on our hands here. Timeout on our hands. 85-82. A one possession game here. Fever trying to salvage a win here after being up for a good amount of the first half. That other game has started over there in Seattle. Oh, well, in Las Vegas. They saying it's starting at 8:40, 9:40, excuse me. So we're about 15 seconds away. Let me pull up my other screen and see if I can keep an eye on it. Give me a second, y'all. No, actually, I'm gonna record the rest of this game on this. I'm gonna pull this up on the iPad. I should have the ESPN app on here. I got so many dang devices over here. ESPN. He said, will this be the reverse of the Golden State Valkyries game? Oh, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. Come on. So it's Fever basketball. 1:05 to go. 1:05 to go here. Storm versus Aces will be coming on right after this. Come on, I'm trying to turn that other game on. Thank you. Watch. Oh, yeah. So Atlanta hasn't won a playoff series since the 2016 first round versus the Seattle Storm. Ball in play here with the Fever. 3-point game, 85-82. Sims with the ball over to Mitchell. Mitchell pump fakes for 3 over to Boston. Boston picks up her dribble. Nowhere to go. Looking for Mitchell. Can't get it to Mitchell. Finds Bree Turner. Hand off to Hull. Hull comes off the screen. Hull downhill. Right hand layup. And lays it in. 1-point game. Lexi Hull. Big shot there. It's a 1-point game. 85-84. 35 seconds to go in this one. Canada with the ball. Spins. Finds it to Rhyne Howard for the dagger. Short. Rebound by Boston. Boston gets it over to Sims. Sims with the ball. No help here. She slows it down. 20 seconds to go here. Over to Turner. Turner to Boston. 1-point game. Boston gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell back to Boston. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell almost loses it over to Sims. Sims down to Boston. Boston layup is good. Oh my goodness. The Fever have the lead. 86-85. That play was going nowhere. Boston gets free under the basket. And they have their first lead since the second quarter. 86-85. 7 seconds left in this one. My heart is pounding. Oh my gosh. Mitchell almost turned it over again, gets it to Sims. Sims lob past to Boston, wide open under the basket, and lays it in. Oh my goodness. First lead since it was 33-30. Wow. One timeout for the Fever. One timeout for both teams. Both teams have a reset timeout left. Oh my goodness. This would be an upset of epic proportions here. 1 point game. No fouls to give. No challenges. You got to put the ball in the hands of your best players, Allisha Gray, Rhyne Howard, and they got to go to work here. They got to go to work. Wow. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy here. 7.4 seconds to go in the game. Atlanta ball. They do have a timeout in case they can't get it in, but they'll be hoping to take the last shot of the game here. They're going to inbound right by the Indiana bench here. Everybody on their feet there at the College Park Center. Rhyne Howard to inbound. Howard, they have to call a timeout. They couldn't get the ball in, and Rhyne Howard calls a timeout. Wow. 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 So we'll have some discussion here. The Dream will draw up another play. But they blocked off all available options. It could have went to Canada, but they didn't want to go to Canada all the way at the 3-point line. They thought about it too late, and Rhyne Howard calls the timeout. I guess Canada was not the first option there. All right, this other game, you can see I have the score at the top of the screen there. It's 4-2. Vegas on top right now. Wow, game. What a game, y'all. Salute to everybody here on the watch along. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. We have had 2 back-to-back games here. One last night and one tonight of games coming right down to the wire. Yeah, that's what Bree Turner's in the game to be. I know a lot of people were clowning her but this is what she's in the game to do. Play good defense, rebound, and be a veteran leader. All right, so let's see what Atlanta has cooked up for this final possession here. It's either going to be a win for the Dream or a win for the Fever, unless we get foul calls and something else happens. But it's 86-85, 7.4 seconds to go. Excuse me, both teams in the bonus, and it's Atlanta ball. Everybody on their feet here. Referees trying to get something sorted out here, but let's see what happens. The refs talking to the other ref. I don't know what they're saying, but they're chanting, "Let's go Dream" here in the arena. Ref tells Bree Turner, you can't encroach any more than you have. Rhyne Howard to inbound. Rhyne Howard fakes the pass, gets it over, gets deflected, stolen by Hull. Hull gets it over to Boston. 4 seconds, they're not fouling. Odyssey Sims with the ball, and it's 1.2 seconds left. And they've absolutely folded the Atlanta Dream with 1.2 seconds left. 1.2 seconds left. There's still time on the clock, and they're going to be shooting free throws, the Atlanta Dream. Oh my goodness. Lexi Hull read that entry pass so perfectly, gets the steal. Atlanta doesn't foul immediately, lets them run the clock down. Odyssey Sims, free throw is up. Oh, she misses the free throw. Atlanta does have a reset timeout left. I don't know if I'm Odyssey Sims, if I miss it. I try to like hit it off the front of the rim hard, but I don't know what happens here. Odyssey Sims, second free throw is up, and she cashes in the second free throw. 2-point game now, 1.2 seconds to go. They used the reset timeout. Pow Pow subs in for Jordan Canada. Wow. All right, let's see what happens here. So Rhyne Howard to inbound again. I would have my best passer inbound. Rhyne Howard. They have no timeouts. They have to get it in. Bree Jones, pump fake, shoots a 3 at the buzzer, almost banks it in, and the Dream lose. The Fever with the upset. Game over. The Fever move on to the semifinals. First win, first playoff series win since 2015. Oh my goodness. The Fever shorthanded, a whole starting lineup damn near out, and they pull off the upset. Bill, you're absolutely right. Defense wins championships. Wow. What an ending there in College Park. And it doesn't matter who's on the court. They kept fighting, and they get the biggest defensive stop of the game. Bree Jones has to throw it up at the buzzer. Almost banks it in, but it's not enough. It is not enough. She almost banked it in, though. But the Indiana Fever move on to the semifinals here. Incredible. All right, y'all. I got to switch over to the next stream. This should redirect you immediately. I'll be back on in ETA 30 seconds. Thanks for joining, everyone. I'll be back.